Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the 7th annual Movies Are Real Best of Deliberations. Wow, all the stars are here, folks. We got Ezra Miller, Shazam guy. Everybody you love is here, folks. Hello there, everybody. I'm George Cruz. I will be your host for the festivities. I'm here with Ryan Lance.
Hello.
Ryan, I know you and I was gonna make another Ezra joke, but it's hack. Anyways,
what do you mean?
Carrie Lyles, how are you doing?
I'm here.
Woo! Awards, we love it. Everybody's here. Everybody loves movies.
Great turnout tonight.
Yeah. Hello there, everybody. Welcome to our best of 2022 deliberations for Movies Are Real. This is before the Oscars. We gather here to actually set the record straight on what are the best films of the year prior. What are what movies? Let's talk about them. Apparently, I did some research the last time because again, we just do this podcast. We just send it out to the ether, and we keep moving our lives. We've been doing this this will be the 7th time we've been doing this. That's insane. So how this goes? We have a few categories. And under those categories, we have some nominees. Throughout these podcasts, we will be deliberating and looking for one winner and 2 runner-ups in each category. That could be a film, that could be an actor, that could be a moment, that could be whatever.
Everything we put on the Google Doc.
Whatever we put in the Google Doc. But again, it's an honor to be nominated. Can't stress that enough. Just to be considered, it's a huge honor. So yeah, we watch a lot of movies if you listen to this podcast, but we don't watch everything. So sorry if not everyone here saw Top Gun Maverick or not everyone here saw RRR. George saw both, so you can't get mad at me. But we see a lot of movies, so we have a pretty good vibe of what's out there. Yeah, am I forgetting anything in terms of?
Just that every year, we get more and more better at giving out awards.
That's true.
It's just solid takes one after the other. That's all I gotta say.
Yep. Apart from the top 10, where we are going to be doing a ranked list of 10 films, with number 1 being the movie of 2022.
Ranking live on the air.
Yep.
As the Oscars should.
That is true. Just a bunch of... But they can't hear. It's like a live feed of the room, but everyone in the audience can see, but they can't hear us. So it's just being like, Green Book. I'm feeling good about this one, guys. Yeah. And then they send out one person to deliver it, and they're like, boo! Anyways, the first category for our best of 2022 deliberations is Best Style. This is the most, not definitive description of an award, but a best style usually someone correct me if I'm wrong, but it usually encompasses cinematography, costume design, just the look and feel and energy of a movie. Yeah. It's just the best vibe. No, that's different.
Actually, best vibes.
Best vibes. Yeah. No, a movie can have bad vibes, but be stylish while doing bad vibes. I think so. That's
why Killing of a Sacred Deer was a runner-up on here. Thanks to me.
So yeah, obviously, I guess. Well, not obviously. I was gonna say visual. Usually, movies that really go all out visually have an advantage, but I don't think so, actually.
Films with a striking and singular vision
do
well in this category.
Thank you. All right. The nominees for Best Style are 3,000 Years of Longing, Resurrection, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, The Menu, Barbarian, RRR, White Noise, Avatar, The Way of Water, Nope, The Batman, The Menu, Elvis, Marcel the Shell with shoes on. I forgot to put that on there. Sorry, everybody. Jackass Forever, Decision to Leave, Mad God, and After Yang. And as always, folks, it's time to start. And where do you start here?
Well, George,
I'm going to say it. Avatar, The Way of Water is maybe not going to get a lot of traction here. I think it's a very visually striking movie, but only
certainly has visuals.
most
going for
visuals. It has
the most visuals.
most expensive visuals.
Winner.
Actually, most visuals might actually be Elvis. If we were to
That
go
is
by
true.
that.
Or everything everywhere all
That
at
is
once.
true.
We'll just kind
There's
of
a top
do
three.
those three then.
But as I mentioned in the episode where we talked about it, it's a movie that very much feels ephemeral. It's a movie that if you watch it in a movie theater in the best possible format available or just in 3D, you might have a good time, but otherwise it's kind of a meh movie. So Avatar: The Way of Water, goodbye. I just realized I need to be cutting this shit on not my laptop. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Goodbye, Avatar.
I guess, Carrie, were you the one who saw Jackass Forever?
I did.
I also saw it.
Oh, okay. Can you guys tell me why that is on the list for best style, please?
So
Not to discourage the filmmakers, who I assume did a great job, but I'm just a little curious.
There is a penis monster. There is a monster. He's like it's a
Okay.
penis, and he like comes instead of like radioactive breath.
Imagine Godzilla, but
Yeah.
except it's a big giant penis.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty visually striking.
And that's the first 50
That's the
seconds of
intro to the movie. Yeah.
Okay.
And it comes everywhere.
Interesting.
How do you feel about that?
Not great.
It doesn't need to
But-
be on the list. I can cut that.
It's a really good movie, though. It's very fun.
It's a fun movie. Yeah.
Lots of cum in that movie. Just
Yes.
Just by like volume amount.
There's a
Just
lot.
Tons of cum.
I'm going to say one thing looking at our physical list, which the audience cannot see at home
Yes.
because it's an audio format. The menu is on here twice.
That classic. Also, welcome to these awards where we put a movie.
Cheating.
But I will say about the menu, I don't think it'll stay, but it has a very simplistic kind of style, but it really like sells the like it goes a lot further than this movie needs to, I feel, just because it really feels like a posh, nice little restaurant.
I like the
style,
formatting
especially
of.
with the title cards.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I like that.
How it feels like a fancy food show.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. I like the costumes. Yeah, I don't know if I feel. Yeah, I can go probably. I don't know, Carrie. Do you feel like?
Honestly, no.
Okay.
As far as it being a funny food show parody, that's pretty good. But I feel more passionately about a lot of other.
Okay, so it could
stuff.
probably go, is what you're
Yeah.
saying. Okay. Yeah, but it does look really striking, and I think they definitely went for a look like, hey, can you make this whole movie feel like a uppity restaurant and like carry that theme of a restaurant throughout? And I think it does a good job with that. I'm the only one who saw RRR, so I'm the only advocate
I've
for
seen clips and it looks like there's a lot of stuff.
There is a lot of
Yeah.
style in that movie.
So I guess all I wanted was like, how much do you want to fight for it?
I don't want to fight for it that much because I like the spectacle of it, but I'm going to be honest with you. As much as there is spectacle there in terms of special effects and like set pieces, I don't think the effects look that great. And I'm sorry to be the guy who says that because no one said. I don't see a lot of people saying
This
it.
is the Avatar pilled guy. Talking.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't show this man Ant-Man Quantumania.
Exactly. But yeah, I think the style comes in the musical performances, which are going to be in Best Moment. And I don't know if they're going to make it there, but it is a musical. So there are moments where they burst into song, and that's where some of the best spectacle works for me when those song numbers, like the end big fight scene, is really extravagant, but it doesn't do a lot for me. And the costume designs are great. But yeah, it's not going to make it on here.
I am very excited to get to this movie, though. I was planning to watch it today, but I watched like the first 40 minutes of Top Gun Maverick today, and then I stopped, and then me and Greg watched Dragon Ball Z.
Nice. What arc are you on? What are you?
They are on Planet Namek right now.
Great. That's the best one, in my
and,
opinion. I like that one.
It's pretty good so far. And we just realized that Yamcha and Piccolo and everyone made it across the bridge over to the God Guy's house, and they're training there.
Best style, Dragon Ball Z, season 2 and 3.
I mean,
It's pretty good. Okay. Top Gun Maverick not on this list, and that's okay because it's just a movie. Let's
I
see.
enjoyed what I watched of it so far, but I was also like, I can walk away from this right now.
I don't want to like get too off the thing, but it's just like it reminded me how like last night I started watching the movie Nerve, starring Emma Roberts.
Well, that's a while
Dave
ago.
Franco, and I paused it to go to the bathroom, and then I forgot I was watching it very quickly. So I'm like halfway through that movie.
It do take Nerve.
So I'm sorry,
That's
Nerve,
really
2016, but you are off the list.
Damn.
Marcel the Shell with shoes on does a good bit, and it's very well done, and it's
It
really
is,
charming.
Yes. I adore this movie. It's definitely one of my favorite movies of the year. Its style definitely comes from, it's stop motion.
Yeah.
And just like the scale of seeing like all these small things like look big next to Marcel because he's just a little guy.
Mm-hmm.
But it is hard to compare it to other stuff on this list. Even the one other animated movie on this list, it's hard to even compared to the other stop motion animated movie. It's really hard to compare. So I think it can maybe get cut. It hurts me to do that before Elvis, but for the sake of
Well, you're
the
just gonna have to
podcast.
get used to that because I feel like Elvis is gonna win.
Elvis is gonna last a while on this list. Elvis has a lot of...
That really sucks, I'll be honest. I am so glad I watched Elvis already because that would be like the bottom of my like Oscars watch list.
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't know who put Barbarian. It might have been me, but this Barbarian doesn't stick out to me in style.
I think its big stylistic moment is when it has its one like flashback, and it goes like 4:3.
Yeah.
And like everything looks very like colorful in 1950s. I liked that a lot.
I
that's
I
really
didn't add Barbarian.
Yeah, that's the
I
big
don't know.
style moment I think of from that movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna delete it.
All right.
Hell out of here.
Justin Long, not very stylish.
Funny guy.
Yeah.
Resurrection. It's been a while since
Yeah.
I've seen this movie, and I'm having a hard time remembering the style of it. I feel it more of a performance piece than
And
a stylistic
moments.
piece.
There are
Yeah,
moments.
there are moments and
Okay.
performances. I do like the style of how like tense cat
Yeah.
and mouse thrillery it is, but I don't know
Mhm.
how much of that is style.
And it's also
how much of
not
that is the
groundbreaking. Like it's not. It's a thriller, so yeah. Okay, we can
But
cut
Rebecca Hall.
it. Rebecca Hall is great. She's
If
fantastic.
we
We
give
love
this
her.
award to just a person, I think Rebecca Hall would,
I think
would
Rebecca
sweep
Hall
every year.
would stand a chance in every single category
Yes.
if she was just nominated as herself.
And here's where things get difficult.
All right, so far we have 3,000 Years of Longing, Everything Everywhere, White Noise, Nope, The Batman, Elvis, Decision to Leave, Mad God, and After Yang.
This White Noise, White Noise is a good movie.
White Noise balances a lot of crazy styles. It has a variety of
Yeah,
styles. That's what I'd say about that.
I agree.
Because, that first part of it feels like it feels like a Noah
Baumbach?
Baumbach movie, and then it goes into like apocalyptic thriller, and then it goes into like
Resurrection.
grungy resurrection. Yeah. And I love that about that movie.
Right.
How it does that, and like in my opinion, and Carrie's opinion, but for some reason, not the opinion of anyone else on the planet Earth, it balances all those things
I
really
don't
well.
know.
People are crazy. Listen.
Idiots.
Everyone in the theater when we watched that movie was applauding.
True. They were dying laughing. They were having the time of their lives.
I'm not going to make any more statements about how many people were in that theater, but everyone in there loved it.
For the 11 p.m. showing of White Noise at the Alamo Draft House.
Yep. Oh, great time. Anyways, I think I'm going to remove it.
Yeah, probably. I do really enjoy the style of White Noise, and I think it's one of the more unique, like, just in terms of its stilted wackiness, but that's just a style that I particularly really, really, really enjoy. But I'm fine with cutting it as well.
I'm looking at what's on this list, and I don't think the Batman's gonna hang.
I can agree with that, but I will say the Batman does that like gothic
comic book
style really well in a way that like doesn't feel like too like like in the Tim Burton ones it's like this is a cartoon, but in this one it feels like this is over exaggerated, but also this place sucks.
Yeah.
This place is not fun. So yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But
I enjoy the costume designs. I enjoy the Little Caesars product placement. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, we'll cut Batman. Get out of here. The Bat. El Rata Alada.
Take it easy, sweetheart.
Okay.
Whoa, what are you showing me? Come on!
Folks, I am a known decision to leave disliker or ambivalenter and not middle of the road guy. It has some really good tricks with cinematography, but I don't know, man.
I think its style is definitely just like good and like almost flexy.
It is very flexy.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
It doesn't have a taste to it. It's just like, oh, that's very, very good.
Sure.
It's not a flavor. It's not like a delicious Pepsi Peeps.
Peepsy.
It doesn't have a distinct peep-like flavor.
Yeah.
So I understand that, but it's just one. I remember watching it.
I don't know why.
I'm laughing because I bet we're about to cut this and Elvis is still on the list. That's what I'm laughing about.
Yeah, no, George, I'm with you. I've already cut Elvis in my mind, but we got a sicko on the podcast, unfortunately. But
listen, George is a sicko too.
I like Elvis, and I think it's better style than Decision to Leave, but we're not having that conversation right now.
Oh boy.
But we're gonna cut Decision to Leave. I think even though I think the ending is a little much, I do think the visual of it.
Right.
So
it is a very good visual.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool movie.
Mm-hmm. So we are at six films. We need to get down to 3, folks.
Can we remove Elvis now? What is the style of Elvis, Carrie? How would you define it?
Okay, so why don't we think about Elvis, the guy who's known for Vegas, grandeur, panache, blam, get in your face, and it's just like, oh my god, extravagance, and let's put that in a movie. That's what it does.
Yeah. I don't like
and
that.
It's perfect.
No.
Well, that doesn't matter.
One could argue they could have gone farther.
Well, of course. Like, the first 20 minutes of that movie are insane.
Yeah.
And if it kept that energy through the whole thing, I would be fighting a lot harder for it. But it definitely, like, in terms of looking at Baz's other works, I would even say it just kind of turns into a regular biopic after a while.
Yeah.
Which isn't the most stylish thing in the world, I will concede. But I still think it's hilarious.
Okay, I didn't even love this movie, but I think just because of what it does, it's kind of locked. And if we don't lock it, I don't know what we're doing. But Mad God's on this list, right?
Yeah.
That's my favorite style, I would say.
It's gotta be on there because not only did it like take like a while, but like it's so like varied and like weird and unique. And like you can't even like really describe it.
Right.
You just have to like see and like, oh, yuck.
And I mean, if we're talking about singular vision vibes, this is a guy churning away on this movie for like 30 years and building it from the ground up, literally.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. I think Mad God is safe. I think I would like to say, even though I don't love the movie, the thing I'm like, this is, you don't see that every day. No. Listen, Nope has some great set design.
It does.
The alien looks great.
It does look great.
I like the Scorpion King. Okay. I don't know if it's going to make it.
I was kind of thinking that
for
as well,
this
to
list,
be honest.
For this list, I can see that. Just because I think the movie's focus is on other things. So I can accept cutting Nope, even though I like Nope a lot.
Nope is fantastic.
Ryan
Nope
is
very
cutting
good.
Nope.
I am
While
doing it,
After
Ryan.
Yang is still on this list. So that's all I'm going to say.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is I made like a joke Oscars PowerPoint at work, and I gave best cinematography to After Yang,
Okay.
even though I could have picked literally anything. I thought about putting Mad God on there, but then I have to explain to my
Oh, that'd be a lot.
Yeah, that'd be a nightmare,
Yeah.
actually.
So I gave it to Afternoon 88, which is also like,
It's a sad movie about a robot that
Yeah.
dies.
my friend Donna said she hated it. I put that into PowerPoint. I think I put my good friend Donna Jones described it as unwatchable.
Okay.
So if you guys disagree, we can cut it, but because I feel like I'm the one who's gonna be fighting for After Yang, but I love its like simple style. It feels very clean and like a nice environmental futurism with great framing and just like mwah.
I like that tea.
I love that. The tea looks great. I'm going to be talking about the tea a lot on this series of podcasts, but for style, if no one else is feeling it, I'm okay with that.
Not yet, but Carrie, I love 3,000 Years Longing. It's probably my favorite movie of the year, depending on the day. It's either Everything Everywhere All at Once or 3,000 Years of Longing. These are both similar movies, and they go all out in visuals and interjecting those visuals, contrasting them with normal everyday life.
Yes.
And I think Everything Everywhere All at Once is probably the winner. I don't know. What do you think?
Between the two,
Or maybe 3,000 Years of Longing. I don't know.
It is hard.
3,000 Years of Longing hit me a lot more, where the fact that I was completely like in the small story that they were telling, and then when we came back, I was like, whoa.
yeah, I agree with that.
I will say the style does go away when it gets to like the third half.
Yeah.
So it's not consistent throughout the whole thing, while Everything Everywhere All at Once just
Consistent,
I feel like
yeah.
just
Consistent
more
in
that
its madness.
It just keeps going, and it just keeps hitting you with more and more stuff as it goes along. So I would say if we're picking between the two, I would go with Everything Everywhere. But also, Elvis is still on this list, which I, as a principal, not a big fan.
All right, I'll say it. Elvis is good. I like the way it looks, but after the 20 minutes, and it still looks, I love the costume designs. I think they captured the moments. When he, oh my God, what's the song he sings for the Christmas special? If I Could Dream.
Yeah.
They captured that moment directly, and it looks gorgeous. But also, that was a real moment, and it looks incredible then. Like, it looks good.
That's true.
So,
no, I'm totally fine with cutting Elvis. I just think it's funny that Ryan's pissed.
I was just waiting for George to agree with me because I knew you would never break for me.
I'll let you
Listen,
cut
if
it.
George says it, then sure, I'll
Yeah,
see
no,
it. I'll
it's
see
fair.
the reason. If you say it, that's insane.
Then you're like, I'm seatbelts on. I'm sticking right here.
You can cut Elvis, Carrie, then.
Oh, I'll do it. Get out of here. I don't even know if I'm on the thing.
And so I need to update this document to say 2022 and not 2021.
Oops.
We already know that.
Oh, oops.
All right, so we have 4 movies here. What needs to be cut?
I would cut personally 3,000 Years of Longing. Personally, but I feel like I'm going to be in a minority on that.
It's a good movie. It
I'm
looks
not
good.
saying it's not a good movie.
Yeah.
It has Tilda. And like, what else do you want? What else do you need?
Not much.
Exactly.
I saw the vinyl for that movie where it's the drawing that she does of the Jinn with the sketch.
Oh.
And I saw that and I was like, man, fucking looks good.
Man.
It's a good looking movie.
Not to further this narrative that we've created, but if I had to cut something, I would probably cut After Yang, to be honest. Just me personally.
Listen, given everything else on here, I would understand, but I'm just laying out how I feel.
I understand.
Yes.
I understand.
I hear you. You have been heard.
Thank you.
But it has.
I now feel confident of having you as the women's representative for Nebraska Furniture
Thank
Mart.
you.
At the same time, my least favorite things about Everything Everywhere All at Once is the fucking butt plug award trophy thing.
What?
It's just a little childish, you know what I mean, folks?
No,
I movie for babies.
Exactly.
I genuinely do not understand what you're talking about.
I don't know.
Do we cut everything everywhere because it'll clean up in
That's
every
what I
other
was thinking.
category?
That's what I was thinking. I feel good about that.
All right.
I mean, I feel like it's not fair, but it's also fair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I love that's my favorite movie of the year. I'll be honest, but
Yeah.
in
Yeah, let's
terms
do
of
it.
Strict,
Okay. Oh, wow.
Fuck you! Actually, everything everywhere all at once.
I'll cut it. There you go, folks.
All right,
You heard it here first.
We did it.
So it's now between 3,000 Years, Mad God, and After Yang.
Oh, we have to pick a winner.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I feel like it's probably after. It's no. I'm sorry. I feel like it's probably
You're right,
Mad.
it's Elvis.
It's Mad God.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's
Mad
Mad
God.
God. It's
Yeah.
Mad God,
It's
yeah.
the best.
Yeah. Good job. Good job, guy.
Good job,
job.
Phil.
You did it.
Phil Tippett.
I think it's Phil.
Phil.
Now,
love
now
it.
you've laid us
P.
down.
Tilbit.
P. Tibbs.
P. Tibbs.
My
P.
guy.
Tibbs, come on by.
Cut. That's best style, folks. Yeah. Congratulations to Mad God. And also 3,000 Years of Longing and After Yang for best style.
We got the styles, baby.
The weirdest category, and by weirdest I mean, keep in mind again, as I said, everybody nominated is it's an honor. Best horror sometimes winds up being all horror movies get nominated, but we'll find out here. Best horror of 2023. Actually, Carrie, you want to read or 2022? Sorry, Carrie, you want to read the list?
I'll do it. And I will say, I held back. I didn't add every single horror movie I saw.
Good job.
So.
Proud of us.
All right, for best horror, we have Resurrection, Nope, Mad God, Barbarian, Pearl, X, Bodies, 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 Watcher, Hellraiser, Smile, Men, Morbius, Bones and All, Halloween Ends, The Black Phone, and Scream. And I'm sorry, I said The Black Phone wrong. It's the Black Phone.
Oh, thank you.
Scream. It's really stupid that they going back to Scream 6 now for the new one,
Yeah.
but it's just Scream. Anyways,
Yikes.
Yikes. Anyways, I hated Smile.
I haven't seen it.
Rocks!
I really hated the movie
See.
Smile. That's all I gotta say about that. I think it's too jump scary. It doesn't feel original or authentic. It just feels loud and generic.
Rude.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest.
After I cut everything everywhere all at once, you can keep your stupid little teen movie.
It's a very good teen movie. What teen you're up on? What else could a little boy want?
I haven't seen Smile, so I can't vouch for it.
I think that Smile's really good, and I think it's really easy to dismiss it, and I think it is a stupid movie, but I still think it has a lot going for it, and people are just quickly like, well, that was stupid, and don't
Let's
give
keep
it a chance.
it on the list for now.
It's not my favorite horror movie of the year by far, but I think it deserves a little more of a chance than people seem to be willing to give it.
Great marketing campaign.
Very funny.
Men sucks.
Men is awful.
Delete it.
I need to rewatch Men because
Do you?
No, I don't know. I'm just like
Don't.
I'm just like, what even happened in that movie? I don't even remember.
I was just talking to Greg about Last Night in Soho because he watched a video essay about it, and the person who made the video essay was not a fan, and they were detailing it, and he was like, yeah, that movie sounds awful, and I was like, it sucks, and I got mad about Last Night in Soho all over again.
And then you're like, and another thing,
Because at the end of me ranting about Last Night in Soho again, Greg was like, so what's worse, that or Men? And I was like, oh god.
I think Last Night in Soho is worse, maybe.
Yeah, I agreed with that, because there are redeeming things about
There are
Men.
redeeming things about Men.
but well,
First to say it, you know. You heard it here first.
But what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else. But because Greg was like, I was not interested at all in seeing Last Night at Soho until you came home pissed off after watching it. But yeah, retroactively, Last Night in Soho, it probably did well on worst movie. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm still,
I think it won most
I
of
think-
I'm still mad.
All right, Morbius. Is Morbius a horror movie?
I'm terrified.
He's a spooky vampire and he eats people.
But he's a
Yeah.
doctor.
Well, I was
Oh,
just
well, that's
scared
true.
because like he didn't like be like, he was like, I am Venom. I was like, just kidding, it's me, Dr. Michael Morbius.
True,
I was terrified. They cut that
They
out.
cut that from the movie.
I know.
Bastards.
I'm so sad. Anyways, I say we keep it on.
Okay.
Carrie, how much of a scary movie is Bones and All?
That's a great question.
It's more like
really
a dark
not.
drama.
Well, there's nowhere else to put it though, because it's more of a melodrama-y, romance-y, road trippy thing, but intercut between all these like really heartwarming air quotes moments. There's just horrifying cannibalistic violence. So I think it's a great movie. I think it's fantastic. It's not gonna win, obviously, because I'm the only one who saw it.
Yeah.
And Timothée Chalamet is kind of a fucking goon, but it's a good movie. I highly recommend it, just for the weird,
it just slipped by me.
Mix of tones that it has. It's something that I enjoy a lot.
I like the idea and I like the director, but I just need to put my foot down on that man.
Don't watch it. It's
Yeah.
It's one of the most obnoxious Timothée Chalamet performances I've
Okay.
seen, and I didn't
Wow.
mind it. Well, like, I could see if you hated him, you'd be like, oh god, more of this. It's like, I don't mind him generally, he just seems like a doofus, but...
Yeah. Someone who accidentally became an actor is like, whoa,
Yeah.
what am I doing here?
Hellraiser 2022 was not that great. It wasn't also bad. It was just
It wasn't
fine.
bad.
It wasn't very scary either. I feel like what it mostly had going for it was like the look of like the little demon guy.
That's most of these movies.
And even
But
then,
even
like,
then, it didn't go far enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the guy who with the harmonica in him or whatever that was.
I have no memory.
You know the guy? It wasn't a harmonica. But
Oh,
kinda
like
looked
his-
harmonica.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty
The guy who
good.
made the wish.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
and
was
then he's
very
like,
good.
Maybe if I made a second wish, it'll all be okay.
That's-
I got some bad news, man. The first wish did this. I don't think it's going to work out for you.
See, now what had happened if he had met the djinn from 3,000 years of long?
2 harmonicas.
But yeah, Hellraiser, goodbye.
I think The Black Phone is a pretty solid movie.
The Black Phone. I disagree, but that's fine.
I think it's solid for what it is, but when it comes to like horror and like being spooky, it's a bit of a misdirect because it's less about the ghosts and more about, the threat of
Ethan Hawke.
just Ethan Hawke in general. And even then, what he does in that movie is a great performance, but I feel like the movie focuses more on like the ghost stuff.
Yeah.
But they're not a threat. They just look kind of gross.
I just like the way that they're
Yeah.
presented. No, I
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, and I like this movie a lot, but not as much as Smile. But I just like the way that it's my kind of horror where it's like a ghost, and it's like I'm a ghost, and I'm gonna call you on the phone.
Yeah,
talk to
no,
you,
and I like that.
Tell you the story of how I died. It's like, that's really fucking dope.
I like that, yeah, but at the end it feels less like a horror movie and more like a thriller.
Mm-hmm.
Because like those horror elements aren't like the movie kind of like misdirects you into thinking that that's more of a threat than it is, when actually it's like, oh, it's actually good when the ghosts call you because they're going to tell you how to kill the adult predator.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This is was originally written by one Joe Hill, am I correct?
Yeah.
Stephen King's baby boy.
Okay. Was this a
No.
short story or a full-on
Oh,
novel?
yeah, I think
Yeah, I
it was
think
a
it
Because
was
that's what it
short
feels
story,
like.
yeah.
That's what it feels like, and that's my
I
problem.
don't remember what it's been re-released as Black Phone.
Yeah, so that's what I
thought.
thought. Did they just retitle the collection The
Yeah.
Black Phone and other
Yeah,
spooky
mhm.
time stories?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, Joe Hill.
Following in his father's footsteps.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say it feels like a Stephen King
Very
story.
much,
Yeah.
with all the questionable stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yep,
sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, no, I'm totally comfortable
Yeah.
with that being cut.
Okay. Carrie, you can cut it.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Get out of here.
Another movie I didn't love, Scream 5. Scream.
Scream.
I didn't like it very much.
I liked it, but it definitely does not hang as like one of the best. But
I'm not looking forward to watching Scream 6.
I just have a soft spot for
I'm
this.
looking forward to not watching any of these.
Wow. Good job, Carrie.
You like the first one?
I did watch the first one. I thought it was okay. And I was
Nah,
like,
it's good. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Kind of goes up and down after that.
I don't think I'm interested.
Since that movie came out, What's Her Face has had a big big up in
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega's had a big
a
big year for her this 2022.
She had like 1,000 things come out.
She did have
Wednesday.
1,000 things, including Wednesday. Yeah. But yeah, sorry, not a fan.
That's totally fair. Another movie that I'm not a fan of, although it has a great opening act, Halloween Ends. Halloween ends tonight.
Man.
Movies end tonight. That's the title of this episode.
Movies end tonight. Yep, there
Part
it is.
1.
I'm gonna write that movie on another category real
Okay,
quick.
that's fair.
Best moment.
But
Kid gets dunked.
But Halloween Ends. It's just not a very. I mean, one, good movie, and two, a very scary movie.
Well.
And also, Michael Myers isn't. He just feels like a really decrease in like the amount of threat that he is. Because in the first, in the last Halloween Kills, like all that movie was him just running by, cutting throats, just killing nonstop. But then he's like, "Oh, I'm so tired and old. I can't do anything. Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis." And it's just like, and I know that he's not the threat anymore in this movie, but it just kind of.
To be fair, we did not know that going into that movie.
Yes,
keep in mind,
too.
we did no clue.
That too. But looking back on it, both ways, it sucks both ways. So, I would like to remove it.
Yes. I'm the only one here
Yeah,
who
you
has
like it.
any positive feelings about this movie, and I still don't think it's great, but I think it's better than the other ones. I'd rather watch it than the other ones, but
Ryan, cut it off the
I
list.
just
I have it
enjoy
cut.
the weird things
It's
it
gone.
does, and
Good.
I like that heartthrob guy. He's funny.
Bodies is a very good, fun movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's much of a horror movie as much as a comedy by the end of it.
By the end of it, yeah, I guess. But it's also just like one of the best movies of the year. So like maybe like you should
Yeah,
get
you're
over
right.
yourself.
I agree. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So we can keep it on there.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
We can cut Morbius now, right?
Can we cut Smile first?
No.
Okay, if I cut Morbius, then can we cut Smile?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll cut Morbius, and then I will.
Are we
cut
actually
Smile.
cutting Smile?
I mean, it's not gonna win.
There's not a lot of big horror movies, is all I'm saying.
I think Smile's great. I think Smile deserves a chance. Don't listen to the naysayers like Ryan. Just because he's like, oh, I only like horror movies where it's quiet and the thing goes.
Oh, that's pretty good, actually. I like that a lot. You're right.
Well, it's already cut from the list.
Yeah,
so.
sorry, folks.
That's fine.
Watcher.
Oh, that's a good movie.
I like this movie a lot.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, I had COVID while I was watching it, but I liked
It
it.
was a big COVID movie, the movie Watcher. I do not think it stays in the long run, but I think it's a fun movie and a great performance, and it is a thing where it's like, hey, you have a Shudder. You want to watch something that's not like some weird 80s
Movie for
VHS
freaks.
nasty
I
thing.
guess.
Yeah, you've run out of those. Like, I guess I'll watch one of your originals that isn't a documentary. Great movie.
I think that Watcher is fantastic. And if we're talking about scary, I was horrified watching
Oh yeah,
Watcher.
no, it's big tension of. I have that fear a lot of being watched. I do, which is I don't know why, but
Ryan, I just want to let you know you're a superstar.
oh, thank you. But I've been watching you. But what its main bit of like, you know, you're always being watched. It makes you feel anxious even when she's just like walking through the city, because you have that fear of like, you know, maybe something's following her at any time, which is awesome. But
it probably does not hang.
In
terms of movies that I am
probably
passionate
does not
about.
Interesting. I don't know where this list is gonna go. Then is what I'm saying. We've cut Smile and it has completely shifted where this list is gonna go to me.
One thing I want to ask is, 2 movies in a film series came out this year, Pearl and X.
It's true.
Do they both hang, or are we going to have to pick the superior one of those? And also, what would the superior one be? I know one person's
That's
answer.
2-part question.
Let's do it right now.
It's a 2-part question. One, if they said they made, if Halloween Ends and Halloween Kills both came out in the same year and they were both good movies, I would consider both of them.
Okay.
But I think one of these movies is better than the other.
Okay. what do you think?
I think Pearl is on this list.
Okay.
Locked.
Okay.
Locked.
I agree.
All right.
I know it's shocking, but
And X is good. It's just
X
not
is
as good.
fantastic.
It's very good. It's just not as good as Pearl.
I think when it comes to X, my favorite part of the movie is when it's a dumb porno movie. And
I
not
also
when
agree.
it's
I
a
like that
scary
stuff.
movie.
Yeah.
It's just very fun and weird. And then when it gets to the horror stuff, it's just like, oh, now they're killing.
yeah. All my favorite stuff about X is a lot of the stuff with Pearl, so it would make sense
Yeah.
if Pearl were the victor here.
So,
All right,
yeah.
So I'm gonna cut X. Maxine
Can
is this year, 2023, right?
I think so. I
Okay.
don't know.
Because I want to see that.
Folks,
Yes.
is Mad God on? I don't know if Mad God's on this list.
On this list?
It's got horrifying imagery, but is it a horror movie? I guess. And is it my favorite horror movie of the year? No.
It's definitely a movie.
Okay.
So I think it's got
All right.
I think it's got 50% of the criteria down on that, but
No, I kind of agree because it's like very horrifying in terms of this horrific world down underground and being puppeted by a mad god titular. But I don't know. I don't know if it hangs as far as horror film. Mad
it
God,
almost
I don't
has
know.
too much like weird imagery where it's hard for like one singular thing to like really stick out just because it's
Right.
like so consistently like whoa.
It just feels more
That's
like a
weird.
horrifying adventure film.
Yeah.
Almost, like some sort of weird exploration. I don't know.
It feels like something you'd walk into like a weird art exhibit and just like watch it and like yes. art.
That'd be great. Just
I'd
like a
love
whole
that.
wing, like a whole
There's
little
a bunch
program.
of people like in suits with wide like, oh yes, I wonder what this means. It's probably a statement on society or whatever.
It just smells
That's
like,
the exact quote.
just smells like silly putty in there.
Yeah.
But we can cut Mad God
Get
now,
outta
right?
here.
Okay.
All right. So
Junk
right now
ass.
we have Resurrection, Nope, Barbarian, Pearl, and Bodies.
I think Pearl's on this. Not Pearl. Barbarian's on this list. That's what I gotta say.
I think Nope's on this list.
Oh.
Listen, I don't know if you guys know this, but Nope is.
And
I love
Uh-oh.
Nope a lot.
I know you do.
I love Nope so much. It's my second favorite of the year personally. I love it so much. I think it's. Oh boy. Is there a dog?
No,
or is that
that's
you?
me. Sorry,
Okay,
no
okay.
dog here, folks.
Oh no.
No dog.
I think it's tense. I think it's scary. The visuals of just everyone. I love the visual of everyone looking up into the sky with like terror.
Mhm.
That's like the imagery that really sticks with me, and that's something that I don't think I've seen in another movie, especially like that really like grasp that so well, especially on like a big theater screen. And I just love it. Like that weird Harry Styles thing when he was talking about
Oh,
Don't
how
worry,
it feels
Bartley.
like a movie.
yeah, it's like it feels like a movie.
Best
Like
thing about the movie is that it feels like a movie.
yeah, that's how I feel about the movie. No, like dead on. That's my full review. So
I agree.
Okay.
With that. That's pretty funny.
I say it sticks.
All right, can we cut bodies then?
I think
Okay.
so.
It's
yeah.
more funny than.
The things that I like about bodies, I would not class as
No.
horror.
And then the last thing I'll say is
I'm horrified of all these kids on that dang
I'm
phone.
horrified of Twitter. I'm horrified of getting canceled.
and also Resurrection. I don't know.
Oh God.
No.
I think it's more of a thriller than a horror.
I think that's. They share the same fucking lot in the fucking movie section.
Well, if I'm going for Nope, Carrie's gonna keep Pearl on this list.
I think Barbarian is out of here.
Oh, wow,
I think
okay.
Barbarian is one of the most one of the horror movies of the year for everyone else. But I think Resurrection personally is a better movie that is also a horror and has better performances. It has a better payoff for me personally. I would rather have Resurrection on this list than
I
Barbarian.
respect that.
All right.
I think I prefer
I'm okay with
Barbarian,
that.
but I agree that Resurrection is better.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
One of them is a movie I like more, and one of them is the better movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I totally get that. But yeah, I'm totally fine with that if we would have the list be Resurrection, Nope, and Pearl.
Yeah, I'm fine with
All
that.
right.
It's wild. Barbarian, great. Again, one of the best horror movies of the year. The fourth best horror movie of the year, maybe.
Technically.
And you know what?
That's good.
It's an honor.
All right.
You're
so-
welcome.
And number 5. you smile?
Let's bring Morbius back, actually.
Listen, as a person who will have a movie that has like 5 minutes of awesome surrounded by a lot of minutes of, yeah, that's pretty good. I'll take the 5 minutes of awesome and be like, this movie is awesome. And Greg gets mad at me for that all the time. Because he's like, Gary, most of that movie fucking sucks. There's 3 minutes of it. He liked Smile, though, by the way. So he's not talking about Smile when he says this.
He's talking about Halloween Ends.
No.
Another movie like that.
He's talking about like The Witch. And
Right, so what wins from Resurrection, Nope, and Pearl for best horror movie?
I think it's Pearl.
I'm saying Nope. I think Pearl is more of a performance than her performance doesn't. It's a great performance. It's very unhinged and wild, but it doesn't elicit that fear in me. Mostly because, like, if Mia Goth was doing that, I'd be like, yes, please keep doing that. I want you to keep doing that.
But I think, like, and also, like, it helps that the movie's sort of marketed and edited in the way of an old-timey movie. Mm-hmm. But if this was an old horror movie, it would just be marketed with, like, do not cross her path. She was right. Pearl. You gotta see Pearl. Whatever the hell. Like in terms of, like, the monster is this character and her killing and, like, the story around that character, I think is done so well. And I don't know. I guess I don't empathize with the character, but I understand the murderer here more than I do of Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers or whatever the hell. I don't know. I like Pearl a lot. I think Pearl is my favorite horror movie of the year. I'm also a Nope dissenter. I mean, I like Nope. I don't know. I think it's awesome that movie exists. I think it's done well, but it just didn't resonate with me in the way.
Listen,
you gotta rewatch it. It's so good.
Maybe I do.
I am a huge Pearl fan, and that would be my pick from this list. But Nope is right there. Okay. So I'm not discrediting Nope by saying I think Pearl should win. Because on my list, it's literally Everything Everywhere, Pearl, and then Nope is number 3. So it's right there. So it's a toss-up. But
here's what I'm going to say. Knowing this table, I think I know who's going to win Best Performance. So
Rebecca Hall.
Oh, that's also true. No, I know this table. I know who's going to win Best Performance.
I just don't like Nope.
Oh, fuck. Okay, fine. It can be Pearl. Nope is so good, though.
It's one of the top 3 best horror movies of the year.
I saw it 3 times. It's so good.
Maybe I need to rewatch it. I don't know. It didn't help that the people we were watching behind me were annoying the shit out of me.
Oh, when I saw it the 3rd time in a mostly empty theater, there was one person sitting in front of me and our friend Zoe, and they fell asleep, and they were snoring somewhat loudly, and I was like, huh.
I love that.
It's like, first off, we had to, like, drive to, like, a different state to find a screening for it, so it's like, huh. This is one of the last showings of this movie, and this person showed up to take a nap. Interesting.
Nope, thank you, is what the person said.
That's what they said. They turned around and was like, hey, more like, nope, thank you, am I right? And I was like, what?
Anyways, Pearl, best horror movie of the year, followed by Nope and Resurrection. Congrats. I agree with that list.
I was going to remind everyone, I gave Pearl 3 stars.
That's crazy.
I'm just going to remind everyone that.
I think I also gave Nope 3 stars, so.
What? You see?
I respect it.
So, Ryan, if you would have won, you would be causing the pain that you're feeling right now on George. Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
Yes. That's what I want.
Exactly what I want.
I want to win. It's such a good movie. It's crazy how a movie like that just exists in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Worst movie. I think the parameters are pretty clear. It is the worst.
This is the category the Oscars should have if they had guts.
I agree. Worst movie. Top 3 worst movies we've seen this year. Yep. Ryan, you want to read the nominees?
I'd love to. It is Jurassic World Dominion, Scream 2022, Thor Love and Thunder, Men, Blonde, Morbius, They Slash Them, Firestarter, The Whale, Halloween Ends Tonight, Lightyear, and Elvis.
What the hell?
I know Elvis is not going to stick, but I'm just going to say the entire time I watched Elvis, I don't think it's even like in the top like 5, I guess bottom 5 on like my list, but I think I put it on this for like a point. That it just is an excruciating experience for some people. And for others, it's apparently one of the nominees for Best Picture of the Year.
Yeah.
So, all right.
For the Academy.
For the Academy. I'm sorry, just like the group of like the most smart, successful film people.
Yeah,
just think
and me.
And Jerry just think that. So, I'll remove Elvis right off the bat, but just wanted to get that out there.
That's fair. I understand.
Does the Lightyear hang?
I mean, no, but...
It's not good. It definitely needs to be on this list. It definitely needs to be on this list.
But, you know, we have to think about how it was Andy's favorite movie.
That is true.
That kid sucks.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in front of a movie.
A 5-year-old was like, I love Interstellar, but it sucks. I love that.
It made me hate Andy. Andy has terrible taste.
It's also just like so insulting to like lead a movie like that. Like, hey, just so you know, that movie you liked from, let me think, 26 years ago. That kid who also, if you remember, looked horrified in that movie. Just a gross child.
Relax.
When was the last time you watched that movie? All the like people
I know.
looked so horrified. They looked like we're like.
It was like the first one, right?
Yes, that's why all the CGI characters were toys, because they could make that look good. Yeah. I don't know. I want to keep Lightyear, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I hate Lightyear. Yeah. I hate what it states about like what we're willing to like invest like high budget animation into. Just like nothing.
Right.
Because like at this point, like you might as well be making another fucking live action, you know, Disney animated thing, which they are doing. I saw one still from like Little Mermaid, and it's like, that's the darkest movie I've ever seen.
Yeah. The thing was, the Little Mermaid's good, and I could see it being good, but I really hated the Lion King live action. I really fucking hated that movie.
Yeah, I never watched that, but it seemed like a horrible.
And also, I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't know who makes the decisions on what goes to theaters and what doesn't. It's weird that Turning Red didn't go to theaters. It makes sense Lightyear went to theaters just because it's a empty
name.
but it's also an empty fucking marketing move.
It's just
doing
like,
Toy Story 5 for some fucking reason. How many more Toy Story
So
movies?
silly.
Come on, stop it.
Woody left the cast.
Yeah.
Like last movie. They lost Woody, they lost. It's like the later seasons of The Office now. It's like, you ready? We got Buzz and Mr. Potato Head. Right? The slinky guy.
I like him.
Which toy is the Andy that's gonna take over and be the new Michael
I guess
Scott?
Buzz, but like he literally had a movie that came out last year.
Yeah, Lightyear sucks.
Yeah.
Folks, I must tell you, I have a hard time cutting something else from this list because these movies suck.
Yeah.
They slash them. I guess it's not good, but does anybody feel strongly? It's just funny that it sucks so much, right?
I mean, I wasn't deeply offended by it. I just think it's
Sure, that's true.
bad, but
That's
I don't know.
true.
I guess it's not really my place, but I think it's kind of stupid.
It is very stupid. I don't think for some of the stuff like I am not like offended by like Scream 2022 or Thor Love and More Thor.
Thor sucks.
Thor was
I'll say that.
awful.
It's really
Yeah,
bad.
no, Thor is really bad, but I'm more just like I feel nothing when I
that's
when I think
fair.
about that movie. It doesn't like there's nothing about
I don't want to jump it. I don't want to beat the shit out of it.
Oh, okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what you sound like. I might.
Yeah.
If I see it around the corner, I might.
I'd hold it up. I wouldn't like shank him a few times. I wouldn't give him the right hook, but I just give me your money and get out of here. But it doesn't. It's not on that level for me. I'm more just like you're nothing at the end of the day. You don't offend me. You're just nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I feel about Men as well. It doesn't.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Can we cut they slash them?
Okay, fine.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Does anybody here? Yeah.
It sucks.
Firestarter. Can we cut Firestarter?
That movie's actually really bad, George. You have no idea. Like, it's rough. Like, it is really bad.
I think that Firestarter is much worse than they slash them.
Yes. I would agree.
Firestarter just doesn't make any fucking
No.
sense. Like, you're watching it because it's like, I'm not gonna be like the Razzies and be like, this little girl is horrible.
No.
Like, she couldn't have done anything
No one
to
could
make
have done
this
it.
movie good.
Was the original Firestarter good? Is
I
it
didn't
still?
see it.
Probably
Okay.
not.
Mm.
It's an old Stephen King movie from the 80s.
Yeah, but
Like,
back in the day, just a girl can start fires and it was a little mean, is a little scary. That's whoa. That's crazy.
That is pretty
Stephen
crazy.
King, you're crazy.
yeah.
What do they have? What's the water in Maine like? That's crazy. All right, we can keep Firestarter. So we cut. So by saying how bad Firestarter is, we cut they slash them. Is that what just happened?
Yes, that's
Okay.
what happened, yes. Because if I'm thinking about, were they both Peacock movies?
Yes.
If we're thinking about Peacock original movies, Firestarter really takes the cake.
Firestarter had
For
a theatrical run though.
It
Yes,
did, yeah.
somehow. How much do you guys hate Jurassic World Dominion?
I didn't say
So that movie fucking sucks. That is my number one on this list.
I
It is
fully believe that movie's
Yeah.
awful. I didn't watch it.
just a waste of everyone's time in terms of fucking my god, I just forgot the fucking possession guy,
Oh, Sam Neill?
Sam Neill and Laura Dern.
It is, yeah.
It's just, how did you fuck this up? It's not about dinosaurs. It's about locusts. Why?
Yeah, it is.
Who gives
That
a
sucks.
shit?
That
Who
sucks.
cares? This movie is at the most cynical level. This movie's for kids. Where the fuck are the dinosaurs? What are we doing here? Timmy? Oh yeah, Dr. Alan Grant is back because locusts, Jimmy. That's why they got to go over there. Locusts. It sucks. I hate it. It's really bad. Not a fan. Gotta say. We can cut Scream, I guess. It didn't piss me off. It's just, that's the movie I'm just like, man, okay. Whatever. You're nothing to me.
I think my level of emotion on that would definitely be Blonde.
That seems bad.
That seems awful.
I
I skimmed.
deeply-
I didn't
really
watch the
bad.
whole thing. I skimmed through it, and like,
Colin Farrell likes it.
you know, right?
I think whenever I see people talk about it, it's more of like Anna Armis's performance, and I think people think of like, oh, you're crying a lot, as if like that's good, like acting. But like if I was in this movie, I'd be crying a lot too, because this is horrifying. Like it's just like the style shifts so much, the aspect ratio shifts around for no reason. It's not even about like this person. It's so disconnected from that. It's so offensive in terms of like how it treats this woman and how it treats like pro-choice too, because of the whole like weird abortion stuff with the CGI
Hypothetical
baby,
abortion.
and then real abortion at one point, because she's forced to get an abortion, and then she tries to have a baby.
Right, but there's no record that I know of.
Yeah,
right.
no, you're right. But
It's
like
just-
in the movie, it takes so much liberties with her. She's always like having sex and like getting fingered in places.
It's like, is this allowed? Did anybody sign up on this? What is going on?
There's a part where like she goes into JFK's like office, and he's like on the phone like with big business meeting, and his pants are down, and he's like, baby, just like get to it, and she's just like sucking his dick, and it's just like, what are you even trying to say about like, because like it's not even about this person anymore. It's just a mean, weird thing that has nothing to say.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and it's just atrocious and like 3 hours long and just awful. And I hate it. It's one of the worst things of the year.
Yeah, I believe that.
I feel.
I totally believe that too.
It's Ana de Armas. It sucks that Ana de Armas is nominated for this, and if she would win, it would be Academy Award winning actress Ana de Armas like forever. And you're like, oh, what did she win an Oscar for? Blonde. And it was like, yikes.
Yeah.
Ouch. You hate to see that.
It's also the most confounding one because, like we said with Colin Farrell, but I feel like there's so many people I respect who are going in and saying how great the movie is, and I'm just like, it makes me curious, but I'm like, I don't believe you.
I was like, maybe I should feel better about like some of the dumb, raunchy smut I like. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
well, that's why I want to try. I love movies that are like so divided like that, because then no matter what. I mean, sometimes I watch movies and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. But like, no matter what, usually you're like on the high end or like low end, and either way, you know, it's like, oh, I love being mad or being excited about a movie.
For the record, folks, we're watching the 1999 Academy Awards while recording this podcast, and Dragonheart is nominated for something right now.
Hell yeah.
Anyway.
Visual effects, I'm sure.
Yeah, anyways. But yeah, Blanc can stay.
Blanc stays.
Okay, Halloween Ends, I don't dislike it more than Halloween Kills.
I think Halloween Kills is a worse movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we can cut Halloween Ends.
Yes.
At that point, I already knew what to expect. It still threw me for a loop on the direction it decided to go, but it's not as bad.
So, Carrie, as the only one here who's seen The Whale...
I hate looking at their campaigning for this movie.
I do hate that, too.
Oh, for The Whale?
Yeah.
That's awful.
But how... Do you feel like it's going to stick for top 3 for you? How much do you hate this movie?
I hate it more and more every day, if I'm being honest.
Oh, it always sucks when you really like a movie and people are like, oh, it's great. It's like, am I wrong?
I know I'm not wrong.
I trust
This movie sucks. But honestly, I would feel bad because I can tell that Brandon Fraser gave it his all, and I don't want to dunk on him too hard because it's not his fault.
People are amazing, I'm told.
Oh God, this movie is so fucking bad, and I keep getting fucking people being like, "Oh my God, this movie destroyed me," and it's like, oh God.
Was he nominated for Best Actor?
Yes,
Okay.
he is.
I can't wait for them to play I hope they do clips at the Oscars.
Oh,
I can't wait for them to play the clip and be like, I need to know that I did one thing right with my life. That's going to be the Oscars clip.
Mm-hmm.
Remember I said that.
Okay. Ba-boom. So we're cutting The Whale?
Yeah, we can cut it. It's really fucking bad, though.
Can we cut Lightyear now?
Yes.
I guess, yeah. I just cannot state, like, for the film industry, it is a new, like, this is really...
I think Disney is at a weird point with their animated movie.
Like Disney.
Yeah, like, they gotta be like, I don't know how to solve it, but they're at a weird point where Disney Plus has actually changed their business model. In their kind of weird spot where, like...
They can't, like, put out animated movies anymore.
Yeah.
Because no one will see them. They just wait for for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Because that Strange World movie, like, that was an original idea. It had a unique, like, 80s sci-fi style, and no one saw it. But I think it's doing well on Disney Plus.
Yeah, because it's a thing to watch on Disney Plus.
So, I don't know. They somehow got, like, to, like, the second biggest streaming service of all time, like, in a year.
Because kids need to watch stuff on repeat.
And somehow it also shot themselves in
Yeah.
the foot. For at least making, like, interesting stuff.
So I don't know how they solve that problem. And Lightyear is like,
know.
you can't even make the most soulless thing in the world. And
Yeah.
so.
Because, like, I don't think even people on Disney Plus, like, watch it. Because, like, what kid's like, oh, I want to watch Lightyear? Besides Andy,
That kid. Anyways. Goodbye. So the list so far is Jurassic World, the Minion, Thor: Love and Thunder, Men, Blonde, Morbius, and Firestarter. Morbius is pretty funny. It's brought Morbius has brought me more joy than the movies on this list.
Yes.
So I
but, like, it is stuff outside of the movie, though. Like, when you watch the movie itself, you're like, oh, that's just, all of that's bad.
What about the part where Matt Smith is dancing around?
That was pretty good. I'm glad that transcended.
That's probably better than everything else in these movies.
You know
Absolutely.
what? That is hard evidence, almost as rock hard as Matt Smith's abs in that scene. So we will. Mike, I cannot believe we're doing this, but we are removing Morbius from the worst movies of the year.
Morbius innocent.
That was my favorite interview, my favorite Letterboxd review in a long time, Carrie. My review of Tar. My review was just Lydia Tar innocent. That was it.
Right. Yeah.
That's it. I was like, I like that a lot, actually.
So we are at 5, right?
Yes. Jurassic World, Thor, Men, Blonde, and Firestarter.
Carrie, how much do you dislike men?
Do you have a passionate one, Carrie?
Yeah.
Me and George have
the
a
only one
passionate
that I really felt passion for was the whale, but I would feel bad that having be my winner. Of these, the one that I hate, the one that I was like the most like, ugh, was probably either Men or Thor: Love and Thunder. But I liked Men more than Thor.
I think I also like Men more than Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah. Because I really don't like Men. I think it's very stupid.
It's embarrassing for Alex Garland.
Yeah, and I think that it's super surface level and just being like, men bad, and bad men beget bad men, and begetted bad men enable other bad men. And we're going to show you this in a prolonged 10-minute birth body horror sequence because giving birth is the most horrifying thing a man can think of.
That scene is pretty good, though.
It's a great scene.
Yeah, it's very good.
When you hear
but it's just like, all right.
This is fucking stupid. Yeah. Shove it up your ass.
Yeah,
I don't care.
No, that's fair.
But yeah.
The Thor: Love and Thunder is... My expectations were pretty settled, and it's still disappointing to me.
I feel like... Well, I mean, obviously, I don't expect much from Marvel movies at this point, but Thor: Love and Thunder just feels insulting.
Yeah, it does feel insulting. And hey, it's a Marvel movie. What am I gonna do? It's my review was like, yeah, they made a kids movie, I guess, but also like, yeah, it's a Marvel movie. It's a movie about comic book things, and I know that's being, I'm very cynical about how I feel about Marvel movies, but at the same time, Shang-Chi was one of my favorite movies of last year. Yeah. I fucking loved that movie so much.
Very good.
And I guess we can do. What I'm saying is we can do better. All these jokes are all the jokes in the writing is so easy fucking fruit. Like, it's just the most bottom tier shit. Like, come on. Like,
there are enough outliers within the Marvel, like, formula to, like, there's no excuse to not, like, try and have something good.
Yeah.
So when one comes out that's just like, it feels like the template, they actually printed the template and didn't add anything. It's like, oh no.
At some point I expected Thor to be like, you think that's bad? You should have seen that one time Ant-Man and I met Lydia Tarr. It's just bottom tier jokes. Family Guy jokes. And it's, and again, a lot of embarrassing rough times for a lot of guy directors. I think this is embarrassing again for fucking Taika Waititi. I think it's just like he shone so bright, and it's just like,
no, I love him, but I think his entire it felt like he gave up, and that just translated into the movie. It felt like he was contractually obligated, and he was like, well, then I'm not gonna try, and I'm not gonna care about this movie. And it's like, fine, I get it, but
listen, they bought you a new house, probably. I understand, but. Thor Ragnarok was very good. It was very fun. I liked the movie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But this one just kind of like...
I wonder if watching it now, if I would feel more like I felt watching Thor: Love and Thunder.
I don't know. I still feel like the main issue with Thor: Love and Thunder is everyone's goofy and having fun.
Yeah, there's no straight man.
Yeah, there's no one to ground everything.
Besides Christian Bale, he's not even interacting with them, so it doesn't work.
Barely any of that. Yeah. And then when they're actually interacting with him, everyone's in serious mode.
It just feels insincere. It just feels so insincere.
Very much, yeah.
And that's the problem with it. And also a waste of Tessa Thompson, who's great as Valkyrie. She's still good, but they don't give her anything that's interesting. So
everyone's just whoops,
crazy fun times. I don't know if that means we're cutting it or we're keeping it.
I don't know.
I'm just saying
I'm more disappointed by it.
I'm more disappointed by it. I agree.
Because I feel like if anything was going to be a Marvel outlier, that on paper had the better chance.
Yeah, there's something.
While another Ant-Man movie or an Eternals is that's probably going to be about where it's all at.
Yeah. And also watching Thor: Love and Thunder made me be like, you know what, maybe that Doctor Strange movie was pretty good.
Yes! I thought about this.
Because when I watched Doctor Strange, I was like, that had great moments, but it was mostly stupid. And then I watched Thor: Love and Thunder, and I was like, whoa, boy, that was all stupid.
Listen, I thought about this recently. Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness might actually slap. I'm going to be honest. That movie is weird. It is short, which is awesome.
Yeah.
It does wild stuff with its style and direction, and then it takes some of the fan servicey stuff and just kills them all immediately, which is awesome. Right. I love that. That's hilarious.
Really
yeah, I think the worst thing about Doctor Strange for me was America Chavez and the fully going. I haven't seen WandaVision, so sorry. And I like Elizabeth Olsen, but it's just a little too much on the bad guy. Like she was just hamming it up a little too much.
It's a hard turn, even if you watch the show.
Okay, that's what I thought. So that was my only thing. But other than that, I loved the style of it. But anyways, we're not talking about that.
So am I cutting Thor?
You can cut Thor. I agree. It is more disappointing than bad.
So our top three
it's still pretty
Jurassic World, Dominion, Blonde, and Firestarter.
How the fuck did Firestarter make it all the way here?
George, I can't.
It's pretty bad.
It's really bad. Like, it's not even, like, fun to talk about. It's so bad.
That's true. There's, like, a point where, because you're just watching the movie and it's like, yeah, the parents are mutants or whatever the shit they did, and they injected them with mutant serum because they were college students, and now they have a mutant daughter and they're on the run. It's like there's this evil corporation. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, if there was like you had like a low bar and you also missed it, this would definitely win. Because like Blonde and Jurassic World, like they were aiming like higher and
Blonde's aiming very high
and they missed. But this is like the bar was low and you also like you shot the other direction.
Zac Efron, we love him, don't we?
So what are you guys feeling from these three?
I think Blonde, I haven't even seen it, but it's the most upsetting. And the fact that it's nominated, I don't want to be contrarian just specifically, but to see how much praise it's getting for what movie on paper confounds me that they have so many bizarre creative liveries, but the real life of one of the most beloved actresses in Hollywood cinema, in American is crazy to me. And also, you have your leading lady here, who is a very popular, very on the come up woman. Just drag her through the dirt, and also congratulations, here's an Academy Award.
Yeah.
Is bananas.
It's wild. This is my least favorite movie of the year. It beat out like Firestarter and Morbius for me personally, just because it's so.
Honestly don't even know what the bottom of my list is. Let me look.
Because it aims for so much, but it does so little, and then it just feels confusing because you're trying to think of is any of this like real? Like it's almost like you're watching Weird, the Al Yankovic thing, where like it feels like it's taking so many liberties, and you're just like, what's happening here?
Weird, the Marilyn Monroe story.
Yes.
My bottom film was Morbius.
Oh, awesome. Second?
Firestarter.
Oh.
And also Pray for the Devil, which I didn't even put on this list because I was like, I don't even want to.
The movie's actually like pretty good if you think about it.
Out on Blu-ray now.
I'm voting Blonde.
I'm fine with
Blonde. That movie's awful.
Fine.
I don't like Jurassic World Dominion, but Blonde makes me feel bad. The fact that it
is doing as well as it is. Yeah.
And I haven't seen it, so I can't speak to the quality of it. So I'm just going off of you.
For Razzies?
I think it's
probably.
I think so.
That's fun because like she's nominated for both.
That's also common practice sometimes. Yeah. Hey.
I don't follow the Razzies too close.
Me either.
I always like to read like what's nominated because like there's always like a few obscure things and like also like the obvious ones.
Right. So like the obscure thing. What is that?
Yeah. It's like there was another Kirk Cameron movie. Oh, nice. I'm going to read about this bad boy.
I was reading the nominees for this year, and the one that made me laugh was the best on-screen pairing, and the nominee was Tom Hanks and his chin meat for Elvis.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's worst movie. Congratulations, Blonde. And also congratulations, Jurassic World, The Minions, and Firestarter. Best surprise. This is a category of expectations. This movie, your expectations could have been low, and we were like, that was actually pretty good. Yeah, it's really just expectations. Best surprise. I'll read these. The nominees for best surprise are Barbarian, Avatar: The Way of Water, Prey, Top Gun: Maverick, Doctor Strange, in comparison to Thor, Smile, Weird, the Al Yankovic story, Pearl, and Morbius. Great.
Whoa, now.
What a list. Well, what was surprising about Morbius?
That it came out a second time. This is specifically the re-release.
Yes.
That was surprising.
That was very surprising.
Because me and Ryan were there day one.
Oh, yeah, we knew. We were there, and then I'm still shocked. I think that's all the time is when we were walking in, and we walked past some other like comic book people who walked past a screen of the Batman, and one of the guys was like, "Yeah, I still haven't seen that," and like it'd been out for a month. And bitch, you're seeing Morbius opening night, but you haven't seen the Batman in a month? Are you actually kidding me? Where are your priorities at? Dude. So honestly, that's my biggest surprise of the year. That's weird, right?
Morbius.
Don't mind why I'm watching this movie. This is about you. We're talking about you.
Listen, I have the album of season pass. I'd be an idiot not to see the movie Morbius.
Anyways, does Morbius stay or leave? That's it. I think it's.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm cutting Morbius.
I think Morbius could go. I think that's about what we expected. It was surprising.
If Morbius was like a middle of the road movie, it would win.
That was fine.
Morbius, it wasn't half bad.
It was surprising how I know we've talked about this multiple times, but how I left with net negative knowledge of the character Morbius after watching this movie. Wait, who is he?
And then you left me like, I still don't understand who he is, what his motivations are.
What he's into, what he likes to do.
Yeah, what does this bitch do on a Saturday night? Besides look at bats, I guess? I have 1,000 bats. I love my bats.
Yeah,
so
isn't it?
Morbius, Dr. Michael Morbius. Oh my
God. Was weird the Al Yankovic story.
Is the Craven the Hunter movie?
I don't know. It's a great question.
Know. I know Madam Web is next year for some reason, but I don't.
That's
That has a stat cast, Madam
That's
Web.
Dakota Johnson.
It has Dakota Johnson,
Well,
Sydney
I'm watching
Sweeney, Emma Roberts, Adam Scott. It's weird how many like actual actors they have on that movie.
Okay.
Face hurts from laughing too hard at Morbius.
Is weird the Al Yankovic story a surprising movie?
It's surprisingly awesome.
Yeah, I was
I'd say
surprised
so.
by how awesome it was.
Because like I thought it'd be like it feel like a Funny or Die like thing.
Okay.
Like it was like, yeah, it was very good, but it kind of like overstayed its welcome. But like, no, I would have taken an extra 20 minutes on this. It was just fun the whole time. It's just a great fun thing.
Okay.
It's something. I think they announced they're going to do a physical run, and I'm definitely
there's
doing
like
that.
one glamour brand, I don't remember what they're called, but they have a release of it, but it's like $60.
Ooh, I like this movie, but not sick.
Yeah. They did a release of, they do like big fancy boxes and stuff
Okay.
too, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I have seen a limited one, but I don't know if that's the one you're talking about.
That might have been the one I saw. I just saw something.
Prey is very good, and it's also surprising how good it is, but I don't know if it's top 3.
I think this might be one of my biggest surprises because I hate the Predator. I don't like him. I don't get his bit. But like,
What's with this guy?
get over it. But like, I was watching this movie alone in my apartment, and I was like, yes, he's fighting a bear. That's awesome. Like, that's awesome. Like, I don't know how. I don't
I still need to see this.
It's good.
It's very good. It's very fun. It's just a fun.
Dan Trachtenberg does it again.
Just a great action movie. Was anyone, George? What were you surprised about when it came to Avatar: The Way of the Water?
Listen, I love James Cameron. I love
that's my least favorite thing about you.
Titanic. I rewatched it yesterday, folks, and I put it on my top 5. That's how much crazy I went with Titanic. I love Terminator 2.
3D release though.
No, because I saw 3D when it came out before.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
And
that.
I know Alamo, there's no real good 4K Dolby Vision theater in Nebraska, so I'm like, I'm just going to watch it in the comfort of my own home, and I'll watch the 4K version once I get my very expensive LG TV. Point being, Avatar: The Way of Water, I think, even though I thought, like, hey, this guy's good at sequels, he's probably going to make a pretty good sequel, but the bar is very low for Avatar because I have no interest. I am legitimately shocked how much I love the special effects. Again, I am down for Avatar 3. I'm down for Avatar 4. I'm down, baby. I want to play that game. At the same time, I always have to put the asterisk that the quality of the film and the writing itself is not the highest. But it visually is a spectacle. But we can cut it. I was genuinely surprised how much I liked it. It was weird to me that I walked out of that. I was like, that was awesome. That was great.
I would nominate my surprise of like the reaction as still being the same as the first. Like, I'm surprised that the public took to it again.
That is true. That is very surprising. That it is the second or third highest grossing movie of all time right now. Also, quietly, like the first one, they wouldn't shut up about it, but it's just quietly becoming the biggest movie of all time again. So, there you go. But we can remove it.
I did.
Barbarian, the stuff that happens in Barbarian is surprising.
Yeah.
It's surprising that it was a good movie, because the trailers, you could go either way.
Yeah, the trailer just made you think, like, I don't know what this
From a producer of The Grudge.
and The Ring.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
That's great.
I love that trailer. If I had to quantify my surprise, like the amount of surprise that I was feeling whilst watching the film Barbarian was a lot, just in terms of like the tonal shifts, and it would be like the way it's structured. But I don't know. I don't know if I feel super passionately about any of these in terms of their surprise level.
Canceling the award.
You can't surprise me. I always see it coming.
Doctor Strange doesn't need to be on here, right?
No, but I just like thinking about it. I was like, I was just now surprised by Doctor Strange live on the air.
It's very good. It's one of the best Marvel movies. Some people are saying that.
Honestly, to be fair, I did have several moments while watching that film of this is Marvel.
It is a Sam Raimi movie. They let Sam
very
Raimi
fun.
do a movie, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he was able to do that. It's fun. Is Smile surprising?
I was surprised that it was fantastic.
That
Because that trailer, I will give you that. That trailer fucking sucks. That trailer is
really bad.
horrible. And it makes it look so stupid. So that's why, I can't wait for you to watch this movie and be like, yeah, Carrie, that fucking sucks. but
I thought you were going to go a different direction.
No. But I think that it's great. I think that it's really interesting and cool. And I did not expect to be saying that about the film Smile.
Were we surprised at all about Pearl?
I put that on the list because I was surprised that it happened.
Yeah, because we didn't
It's like
know
you
it was
go
gonna
into
happen.
X and you're like, oh, good movie, and then 2 weeks later it's like, and Pearl. It's like, huh?
In 2 months, Pearl. It's like, excuse me, what?
Pardon?
But I wasn't surprised by it. The movie was great. I don't know.
No, yeah, the movie itself, I was like, oh, that's gonna rock.
Yeah.
And I was honestly surprised by how much I liked it, but
Oh, when I watched it, I was like, oh, Carrie's gonna... This is a Carrie Lyle's original right here.
Before we cut Pearl, let me say what I have to say about Top Gun Maverick. Everybody in the fucking world, apart from your dad, was like, why the fuck are we doing a new Top Gun movie? 2 years ago, we were like, it's
My
a
dad
pandemic.
said nothing like that.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. But
my dad doesn't watch movies.
Yeah.
well, it made no sense. Why?
Yeah.
Why? And again, I had no expectations for it. I just knew that people said, hey, yo, this movie's great. And I watched it and I was blown the fuck away. I think it's amazing. I think it's great. That is my lock on this list for a surprise.
Fair.
Especially like the world. Like, I don't know why. I
The
don't.
world reunited under...
Cinema saved. Thank you, sir.
I mean, honestly, I respect that. They
So-
brought people to the theaters. Him and James Cameron are doing the work.
The good news is that Titanic went back up to top 3.
There you go.
So thank fucking God. Is Avengers off that list? What's number 1? Is it still Avengers?
I have no idea.
Number 1 is still
It's Avatar. So it's
'cause
Avatar.
Because like
I'm fine with
right
that list.
after Avengers took it, like James Cameron was like, I'm gonna re-release my
hell
movie
no.
again.
Yeah.
And people are all like, whoa, I can't believe Marvel did it. Disney did it. It's like, they own all of those things. Why are you congratulating them? They did. Why?
Disney does not own Titanic. They partially own Titanic. But
Yeah.
it's distributed internationally by Fox.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways. So our list so far is Barbarian, Prey, Top Gun Maverick, Smile, Weird, The Yankovic Story, and Pearl. I don't know where to go.
I think we could cut Pearl. That's fair.
Cut.
Yeah, and I think we can cut Weird the Al Yankovic Story because I'm looking at this list and like my biggest surprise is probably Prey because it just kind of came out and it just really blew me.
Yo.
It just really blew me out of the water. It's like, wow, I really like that. That's crazy. What a wild time. And then it also just like stands on its own. Like you don't need to like watch any other. You don't need to have like an extensive prior knowledge to like enjoy it. It's just, you know, a Native American settlement, and then a alien comes by, and they have to figure out how to deal with that with their limited resources at the time, and that's awesome. So that's honestly my gunning for.
It's really weird that they didn't put that in movie theaters. It's
Yeah, right?
really
It does
weird.
seem weird. Yeah.
Really weird they did put that. But again, I know
But
all the
it's
Predator
also
movies
like-
haven't done well, but you would have seen somebody saw that movie was like, this one's good though.
I feel like the reason it became so good though was because like it was filmed with the deal of like, this is gonna be a Hulu movie, so it's just like we don't get a crap.
So they're like,
what
what
this
do
is.
whatever the fuck you want to do with
And
it?
it's like, oh, so I can make it be a good movie. You're not gonna like
fuck with it?
fuck with it. It's like, yeah, why would we? It's a Hulu movie. No one's gonna like that.
That's true.
So that's my biggest
That's
surprise
true.
for this year. So Barbarian then? Maybe we're cutting?
I thought we were cutting weird.
Oh, then we can get weird. Yeah, it's fine.
Get out of here.
Get out of here,
dumbass.
weird. Not that weird. now that I think about it, not that weird. Then Carrie, is your biggest surprise Smile then, Carrie? That you liked it as much as you did?
Yes.
Okay.
Fine, we can cut Barbarian. Barbarian's the second time it's gotten cut.
Fuck you, Barbarian. Give me
Alright.
a physical release, and
That's
I'll give
true.
you some
That's
more
true.
kudos, bitch.
This is an interesting last three: Prey, Top Gun, Maverick, and Smile. Because I hate Smile. I think I'm the only one who's seen Prey, and George is the only one who's seen Maverick.
Uh-oh.
So,
I don't know what to do.
oh man.
Uh-oh.
We forgot to agree on things.
I think it's Top Gun Maverick.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
honestly, I would say, like, taking everything into account, like, the context and how much of a smash hit it was, I think that's pretty fucking surprising.
That is very
That's crazy.
surprising. Because, like, it's also one of those things where I remember, like, 2 months later, I was, like, hearing, like, wait, it's still making money?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
It's like dads in cargo shorts everywhere.
Doesn't it,
Just
again,
won't stop watching.
does not make sense to me that not even Avatar, The Way of Water, destroy Top Gun Maverick. How? This is a fucking movie about fucking jets and Tom Cruise and what are you talking?
Yeah,
What?
what's more easy?
It's not the Batman. It's what? I don't understand. It's blue people. I like that. What? Okay, whatever. Great. Good job, everybody.
All right, so best surprise goes to Top Gun, man.
That's crazy. It made it. Good job. Good job, Tom.
You did one good thing.
Less good job, Miles Teller. No
Oh,
like
there's
it.
Tommy's just showed up on the
Nice.
97
Oh, this is the
Oscars.
Nicole Kidman era.
Yeah, it was Nicole Kidman era.
Whatever happened to them?
They divorced.
Oh, that would be one.
99. Would that be an Eyes Wide Shut? 99? This is 99 that we're watching right
No,
now.
this is
I thought you
97.
said-
No, I moved it to 99.
Oh, I don't know.
99 probably would have been
Yeah.
Eyes Wide Shut then. Yeah. Not divorced yet.
Yes.
Still kicking.
Well, folks, with that, that's day one. Can you believe it? What a season. What a season. That's day one of Movies Are Real Best of 2022 deliberations. Going back, best style was Mad God, the winner, with 3,000 Years of Longing, and After Yang is the runners-up. Very stylish movies. IMO. Best horror was Resurrection Nope, with Pearl being the winner.
Woo!
Good job, Pearl. We all loved you and
She's a
believed in her.
star.
She's a star, folks. We love her. Worst movie: Jurassic World Dominion and Firestarter, with the worst movie being Blonde. Pretty bad. Not great. Best surprise: Prey and Smile, with the winner being Top Gun Maverick. Somehow, Top Gun Maverick made it up there. I'm genuinely surprised. It's a good movie, and I'm surprised that it made it on that list. So, good job, Tom Cruise. That's day one, folks. Next time we got most disappointing, standout moment, best performance, do not go in there award, best old movies, and the top 10 of 2022.
Oof.
So that's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a big one, folks.
Folks, love it. I guess that's it for day one. Ryan, where can people find you?
If you go to letterboxd.com and look for Film Piece, you will find me, Ryan, having an account on that very same website. I know, right?
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Carrie?
If you find Ryan's profile and go to the people he's following, you can find my profile. My name is Carrie, Karrie, or if you just want to search that, you'll be able to locate my profile.
If you want to find my updated top 5, finally, way overdue that my top 5 has been updated, you can find me at jcruzoliver26 there and on Twitter as well, if for some reason you want to do that. That was day one of our best of 2022. We'll see if for the best of part 2. Who knows what the movie of the year is? I don't know. Until next time, bye-bye.